Okay, hello and welcome to command class for the day. This is going to be a continuation of our previous video in command. I'm sorry, in campaigns in command. So in the previous lesson, we just didn't have enough time in an hour. There's so much to get through. So I kind of cut it in half. So if you missed that one, make sure you go and check out our YouTube if you're not already there watching this recording. It's just you type in Keller Williams Grand Rapids East and you should be able to find that relatively easily. So in command, we are going to go down to the campaigns applet. So on the left, I'm going to go down to this little bullhorn here. And again, this is a continuation. So last week, I talked mostly about the social media aspects of everything. So we went through paid ads and social posts in that. I will not be hitting on those today. So again, go ahead and check out that video if you want to take a look at those. We will be going through emails and direct mail today. So direct mail is seems like a broad category. It's really just postcards. And then emails, those are pretty self-explanatory. So if I click on emails, it looks like, oh, I haven't done much of my team account yet, so you can't see any emails that I've sent. If I did, you would see them down here. And then direct mail, same thing. I've only mailed one thing so far from my team account, so you can see that there. This is where you can kind of see the things that I can toggle between here. So this has been mailed. I could select only my drafts, which I don't have any drafts, or only maybe things that I've archived if they didn't quite work out, or I had duplicates of them, or whatever, or all. So you can just kind of filter which one you want, and that really comes in handy once you've been using it quite a bit. Like for me, I only have one here, but if you had 50 of them, you might want to search or filter them a bit. Up here, it just tells you which category you're in. I would assume that because they say direct mail specifically, I wonder if later on down the line they're going to add different functionality, because why else specify there? How many you've mailed in a certain time, how many recipients, how many leads. So leads are only going to come in if you put in a QR code, which we'll go over today, so that people can actually, like since the pandemic, you've seen a lot of them probably at restaurants. Instead of a menu, sometimes they'll have that little box, black and white squares, that you just hover your phone over, and then it takes you to a separate page. That's something that you can add in to postcards as well. I haven't done that with this campaign, so you'll see there are no leads because there's no way for command to track that. Doesn't mean that I haven't gotten leads from people actually picking up my card and giving me a phone call or shooting me an email. It just means nothing has been fed directly into command. And then how much have I spent on it? $128. So that gives you kind of a snapshot right there. I sent it to 200 people, paid $128. And that is including the design, the printing, and the mailing. I just click a couple buttons and they do all that. So I seem to have been talking about this quite a bit. Why don't we just go ahead and jump right into direct mail, and then we'll finish up with emails today. With any of these, you're just going to go over to create campaign, and it really doesn't matter which tab you're in. So if I'm in paid ads and I click create campaign, I can still go over to direct mail. So you'll notice there are 5 of them here, and there will be no matter which of these tabs you click on. So last time we went over the social ad and social post. We are not going to be going over Google search ads today, just because it's quite a lengthy process to set that up and make sure you have AdWords all good to go, and you have to make an extra account and stuff. So we're not going to worry about that today. It takes a bit more time. So our remaining 2 options here are direct mail, which we'll do now, and email, which we'll do in a bit. So I'm going to click direct mail. Everything on this page is just for your information. So enter a campaign name. I'm going to call it, well, you know what? I'm just going to kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. I have this just listed postcard that I sent out a little while ago. It's under contract now. We won't close for a little bit, but maybe I'll just get a draft ready to go. So 216 college. No one's going to see that but me. That's just for my reference. It appears here. What is my goal? Advertise listing, attract listings. Again, this is so that you can sort later. You can see over here, there's a goal, advertise listing. You can sort by that. So for me, I'm going to, what do I want to do? Probably attract listings or maybe brand awareness if I'm kind of bragging to everybody that it sold in X amount of days. Buyers, I think attract listings is probably the most accurate. And sellers who are looking for agents to sell their home. Okay. Create campaign. Now, there are two ways that you can design this. The submitting and them printing it and sending it is all the same otherwise. Two different ways you can design it though. There's the easy way, and which is just kind of a template. You don't have a ton of options as far as what you can choose. And the slightly more difficult way, which in my opinion looks better, it takes a little bit more time. So we're going to start with the easy way. The easy way is if you just fill out these fields here, it will create a little template for you. You'll see the front and back, and then you just go with that. We'll start with that. The second way is we're going to hop into designs, design one, and then add it back. Here is the first way. I'm going to have all of these drop downs. This is everything I just filled out in that pop-up. So 216 college sold. My goal was to attract listings. If I got to this page and said, oh, I want to change that, I have this drop down here and I can just edit if I call that. But I'm fine with that. So we click save. For content, so here are our two options. Select template, which is in here, or upload design, which was my second option that I'll show you in a minute. So for now, we're just going to do a template. Maybe I usually do the 4x6. Maybe I want something a little bigger. I don't know. Let's see. So there's 4x6, 6x9, 6x11, 6x11. Obviously, prices are going to change. They're going to increase if you select a larger postcard. We'll go with this default 6x9. Text sold. I mean, really went pending. In how many days was that? Like 4? 4 days. Oh, and you can see over here, it's starting to add things for me. Can we help you too? I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing. This is not how it's actually going to end up likely. Using our, I don't know, I'm just going to make up some stuff here. Using our advanced marketing, we were able to buyers with this listing after having showings for only the weekend. Can we help you too? Okay. So this is starting to fill things in. And this is in the front. They're going to have that on the back. So you can see this is what this is going to look like. So we've got postage. This is just the property is currently for sale. This is not intended as a solicitation of that listing. This is where their actual address would go. They auto-filled some of my information at the bottom here, and everything that I've been typing here in this comment, or this, I don't know what they called it, description area is going on the back of the postcard. So as you can see, I don't have options as to where this is going. I'm just, it automatically fills it in for me. So as I said, this template version has a little less as far as choice goes. But again, it's faster, easier. I'm going to go in here and just grab a picture for my listing. So there's that. And then if you notice on the front, there's my picture. Let me help you too, sold in 4 days. So this is a relatively new feature. I imagine that they would still kind of update and improve the functionality, because you'll notice I uploaded this picture. Okay, well, I can't like zoom in on it or remove my name or anything. So this isn't my favorite way to do it. But a thing that you can do with this, which is pretty neat, and you can't do this, I don't believe you can do this if you go through the design portion, is if you click toggle this tracking here, and it says add a QR code to your postcard. Once scanned by the recipient, they will be taken to a page where their contact information is captured and tracked back to this campaign. cool, that sounds good. So I'll click this tracking button. And then if I do that, I have to assign some sort of landing page. Now a landing page, if you're unfamiliar, it's just a page, an internet site it's not connected to your actual website. It's just like kind of freestanding, floating around in the internet somewhere. And you can make one of those if you go to the consumer tab. It's fairly easy to make a landing page. If we have time, I can show you that at the end. I don't know if we will or not. But if I run out of time, if you look at our YouTube, again, there is a video on how to do a landing page there. So I have already made one for this. I ran an ad on it. So 216 College, okay. So now it will take them to that page. So if we go front, back, I don't know where they put the QR code, actually. I don't see it. They'll probably show me in the preview. I mean, after we actually get it ready to send. Okay, so I uploaded an image. Here's my agent photo. If I wanted to change that out, I could. I can adjust the cropping on that. You can see on the back side. That's my photo. That's where that goes. And first name, last name, email, phone, because all of that stuff is right here, and I might want to change that around. I don't. So click save. Use a low resolution image. Okay. Yeah, I'll use it anyway. It says that my image was too low, probably because the resolution was too low, which means it might be a little blurry. That's probably because I went to this 6:9 as opposed to 4:6. I never have issues with the 4:6. So it might be a little blurry or not as sharp as you would want it to be. But that's okay. I will click save. Fill in the required fields. So my doing business as logo, that is my Keller Williams Grand Rapids. And then I also have to go in here and put in my market center. And the reasoning for that is if anything gets returned, it's vacant, it's the wrong address, whatever, it needs a return address. So that's the office for us. So I don't know why it fills in everything except for state and zip. Oh, there we go, great. Okay, verify address. It usually gives me these extra 4 for the zip code. Confirm address. Cool, there it is. I've got all green checks except for this targeting. The cool thing about this that I really like is you'll see this more on the next page, but you can target this to either your database down here. So I can add contacts in here from my contacts tab. So maybe I wanted to send something only to previous clients or only to my sphere of influence. I can target them that way if I have their address, or I can go to local targeting. And what that's going to do is concentrate it around an area. So in this case, I want it to be concentrated around 216 College. So that all the neighbors know I sold the home in 4 days or whatever it was. So I will put in that address here. You'll see what that does when we get to the next page. Kind of zeroes in on it. US, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Sorry if you can hear my dogs barking downstairs. It's mailman time. 4954. I think. Okay. And then budget. So how many do I want to do? And then this is the price that it's going to be standard versus first class. Gives me an estimate there. I can change this on the next page, so I don't really bother on this page. So I'm just going to click save. The next step is we go to configure targeting. Am I sure I want to create this campaign? Yes. I don't know why it ever asks me that because it's not like I can't go back. And now this page is, I think, a really cool feature. So number of homes I want to target. Okay, I'm going to target the 200 closest homes. I can do 50 closest homes if I wanted to. You can see the dots will change there. The dots are anywhere I'm sending this. So 100 closest, just for fun. This you can see is where, so I typed in 216 College Ave Southeast. That's where this is. So it's going to taken the closest 100 homes that meet these parameters. So this just defaults to everything, but maybe I want to do only single family homes. This is in Heritage Hill, so it is a pretty high rental area. A lot of those homes have been kind of Frankensteined into multi-units, which means those residents probably don't own their home. So if I'm looking for listings, I might want to go for single family only. I probably, let's see, year last sold. I probably don't want something that was just sold this year, right? Or maybe even last year, maybe 2020. If I adjust that filter, you'll see the dots kind of spread out a little bit more. And last sold for, I don't know if I want something that's only over a certain amount or under a certain amount, I would do that. I'll see it refresh. So those are the closest 100 homes that match this description. And I can again decide standard or first class. First class is going to go that price up a little bit. And this is for, oh, what did I do? 6x9, I think, postcard. 4x6 is obviously going to be a bit cheaper. 9x11 is going to be a little more expensive. So 9x11, something like that. But anyway, you can see here, it's clearly a radius that they drew. So the closest homes within that radius. And I can send a copy to the company address. I used to do this, but then I found that I always get at least one that's returned because the address is wrong or it's vacant or something. So I just don't check that anymore because it's an extra 82 cents and I'm going to get one back anyway. So next, and this will give us a preview once it loads up here. And that's what it will look like. Sold in 4 days. Can we help you too? Using our advanced marketing, we were able to blah, 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 blah. You can see that's where the QR code goes at the top there. So if they scan that, oh, let's do a larger preview. So you can see this a little better. It doesn't look terrible. I probably would have put a little bit more in here if I were actually sending this out. But that's about all I need to do. So after that, all I will do is look at my order summary, make sure I'm okay with that, and read the fine print about when they might be distributed, and then enter my payment. After I enter my payment and click make a payment, there is no going back. It's sent out the door. So I'm not going to do that right now, just because this is kind of halfway to where I want it. But that is how you would just use the template portion of that. So next, we'll go into designing your actual postcard, and a lot of the steps are going to be pretty similar. But before I do that, does anybody have any questions? No? All righty. So we're going to go back. Are you sure you want to leave this page? Your campaign will not be saved or activated. That's fine. And now you can see I've got a draft there. So I am going to completely abandon this campaigns applet for a second because I'm going to go into designs and design my own. Here I go, designs. And same sort of thing. So this switched me back to my individual command account. It doesn't matter if you're in a team or an individual command for that last thing that we did. It's just switching me back because designs isn't live in Teams yet. So you can see it went back to just my normal picture and not our team logo. I'm going to create a design. And we're going to go to print, continue. Now, there are also templates in here on this next page you're going to see, but there's a bunch more of them. And they're way easier to edit than just the other one. You're kind of just stuck with what they give you. So this is what I'll do when I actually, well, probably, I don't know, I like the QR code feature. But when I actually send these out as just sold, I will probably use this. So I'm going to go to listings, just sold. So you see they have a whole bunch of different options here. Just sold. And then my options are door hangers, flyers, or standard postcards. So the thing is with this, it's standard postcards. So 6x4, I don't have the option to do one of those jumbo postcards like I did previously in our other example. They just have standard. So I've got 6x4 inches to play with here. And these are my options. So they've got a lot of this Keller Williams, just red and white. They've got a couple that are more geared towards luxury. I think I'm going to go with, I kind of like this one. Yeah, so click use on that. Takes a second to load. Okay, so now we are in the designs editor, and this is not a crash course on designs, though I do have that. Again, if you're looking at our YouTube channel, you can go and check that out. Real basic overview. I've got my front here, it's 2 pages. So this is my back page. Obviously, I'm not Lisa Johnson, and I don't know who Jenny is specifically. I'm going to send this to the whole neighborhood, so I would want to edit some of that. You can do things like clicking on your headshot here or that headshot. To go into your own, you can replace with yourself. Take a second to load up. There I am. I can click on this just like a normal editor, double click. We'll highlight some stuff. There we go. So I can replace with whatever it is I want to put in here. Leave this spot blank because that's where the address is going to go. And I can replace all this, my website, my email, blah, blah, blah. Front page or front side, I guess. I probably want to replace this image with one of my own. So I am going to go to add image, click on this little button to upload. I can get the same picture from before, open it. And then replace. The nice thing about this editor is if I go up to this little dotted square and click on it, I can reposition to within that window. So I probably want more of the house featured. Click done. There we go. So it just sold. Again, I can double click these, edit them. I'll probably do something similar to that when the time comes. Okay, so let's pretend that I am all done. I edited everything. Looks great. I'm ready to go. This is the old way of doing it, and I'm about 90% sure that they have the new way live now, but I'm going to download this. Actually, wait, let me rename this first. Just sold to 16 college. Okay, so I'm going to download it. This is what we used to have to do. And again, this may be an unnecessary step because they've been working on a lot of things. PDF for printing, which is going to be the highest quality. Don't want to add crop marks. I don't want, well, I will include the bleed, I guess. That just means that if the printer kind of expands a little bit, you won't have a white edge. This will just, it'll kind of mirror it. I'm going to bleed. Okay. So I'm only going to want to download one page at a time. So page 1, and then I'll click download. Oops. Preparing your file, please wait. And you'll see this download button got grayed out. That's because it's downloading one thing, so it won't let me download another. Oh, there we go. So now I can also download page 2 because I have to upload them as separate files if it makes me do this. May or may not. Okay, download. Okay, just waiting for that to go through. So this one is my front side. This is my back side. I'm just going to leave those there right now. If yours doesn't pop up, it's in your computer somewhere, wherever your downloads automatically go. You have to just go find it. But for me, it's easy just to have these visible so I can drag them. So I'm going to click done. And then we're going to go back to campaigns. And I'm going to go back to my direct mail. If you were doing this, you can just go ahead and create a campaign if you hadn't done all this part already. I'm just going to go ahead and edit this campaign, see if it'll let me do that. So content. This time I'm going to upload a design. So I can upload my images here and here. Yeah, okay, so I believe this was my front. Download that there, or upload that. Yep, that was my front. Okay, cool. And then I'll put my back here. Okay, so now you can see, here's my front, and don't worry about the gray. That's just kind of like if it was sitting on a table kind of thing, it's not actually going to print that gray. And then my back. Great, here I am, Lisa Johnson. Okay, so I just click save. Oh, I did check it off, it just didn't close it. And then otherwise, I just proceed as I did before. So make sure that that market center is correct. I have everything else just loaded like I did previously. So I would just go ahead and configure targeting. The one thing is with content here, if I don't have, if I upload an image like that, it won't automatically put the QR code on. So you'll see down here, I don't have any option to toggle for that. The only way you can do that is if you had a template, which I had done previously, right, with this tracking. So, okay, that's about the long and short of it as far as postcards go. Do you have any questions about that? No? Okay. So then back to campaigns. Page, yeah, that's fine. Emails is the other thing we're going to dive into, which is good. We're like exactly at the halfway point. So hopefully we're doing good on time. Emails tab, you're going to see that this looks very similar to the direct mail tab, just in the way that it's laid out. We've got emails, 0 were mailed in the past 30 days or ever, I think, in this account. Only had it for a month or two. How many recipients do you have? How many opens have you received? And how many clicks? So did they open the email? Did they click on a link within the email? How many people did it end up going to? Same sort of thing as with direct mail with postcards. You can see filter by what is mailed, what is scheduled to be sent, what's archived, what's drafted. Same thing here with goals. I talked about that a little earlier, how you can filter based on the goal. So we can filter in there. And then 1 out of 2 channels selected. So there are 2 ways that you can send an email. One is through command email and one is through MailChimp. MailChimp is a third-party service that you would need to go through for designing and that sort of thing. I just use command email just because it's a one-stop shop and we get a certain number of free emails per month anyway, just being Keller Williams agents. So I just go ahead and use that. The last thing is email lists. So you'll see in here, I don't have any email lists. You can create them. And this is in my kind of running when I get a minute list of things to do, or I don't know, hire an admin or something to do. But essentially what you can do is just create an email list. So maybe I want one for my neighborhood and maybe I want one for previous clients. Maybe I want one for potential clients who have shown interest. Really, the possibilities are endless as far as what email lists you want to create. What you'll have to do is click create list. And then you can even filter them by tags. So as I said, I'm kind of working on moving my database over to the team thing here. But if I type in previous clients, I just tags previous client. I've just started this, so I've only got a few here, but here are the ones that I put in there so far. I could click select all, and actually I'm just going to do this one here. Why not? Previous clients, confirm. And this might take a second. It still says, looks like you don't have any accounts yet. Or honestly, actually, maybe I haven't set up my command mail on my team side of things. Okay, well, then we are going to go to settings, because some of you, I'm sure, haven't done that either, and I'll just walk you through it. So this opened up a new tab, and it's taking a second here, but I could do the same thing if I did this drop down and went to settings. It would take me to the same spot. So applications, let me see. Command mail, it is connected, okay. Then I do not have MailChimp connected. Click on manage. It could just be that it was taking a minute to refresh that list that I just made. My name is Heather. I could change this like to my team's name if I wanted. Reply to email is that. There's some drop downs because I've got some other emails in there. I'm just going to stick with that. Monthly account usage. So I get 5,000 emails in a month. I've sent 64. That might just be from smart plans that I have people on. And that wouldn't necessarily show in the campaigns tab. Okay, well, that's all fine. So this might just be taking a minute. Click here to refresh the list. I don't know why that's showing up or not showing up. Okay, let's go ahead and create a campaign, and it might show up a little bit later. So again, create campaign. I don't have to be in any of these specifically. It's going to give me all the same options no matter what, as long as I click this create campaign button. So I'll click email. And same sort of thing as previously. Enter campaign name. What is my goal? And now I also have to select where will my campaign run. Command email or MailChimp. And that's really just a preference thing. I will test run. We'll call this. Goal is other because I'm teaching you right now. Interestingly, this is not letting me select command mail right now. Huh. Oh, set default account. That's why. Default account has not been set for team command email. Please set up a default account. Okay. So this has to come from somebody's. So connected, default account, manage. I think I need to manage my subscription. I don't know. I haven't sent things from a team account yet. So it looks like I have a little bit of poking around here to do. Email. Oh, you know what? I wonder if they're charging for this now. They didn't previously. Or if they're maybe just only charging for teams. Huh. What thickens? Let's go just to my personal account in the interest of just showing you how this works. Okay. So I'm going to go back to campaigns. I'm in my personal account now. I don't know if anybody on this call is on a team or not. So that might not affect you anyway. Campaigns, I'm going to create a campaign, email, and test run, other, and then command email. So create campaign. Yeah, that must be something with Teams then, because I'm not being charged for it in my personal account. Interesting. Or sometimes KWRI will put in monetary barriers while they're still testing things out to dissuade people from actually going in and doing that. I wonder if that's something that's happening right now. Anyway, so I'm back in my personal account. This is how it would look. My campaign name is test run. Again, I can change that if I want to. The reply to email is going to be Heather Huber at kw.com. It's my account. Also the reply to email address. Here is where I have some lists. So we talked about creating a list of recipients. Click on previous clients. And if I want to edit that, it will show you everybody that's in there. And this is from my personal account, everyone that's tagged as a previous client. And obviously I have to transfer stuff over to my current account. I'm kind of living in between two worlds right now. But you could create a list here or edit your previous lists. So previous clients, it's going to be sent from my name. If they reply to it, it will go to my email address. And then the subject is whatever you want the subject to be. So happy Thursday. Now we'll see the preview over here, but I have not selected a design. This is what I hope they eventually add into Postcards, because this just connects right into designs. So I'll click select design. And then here I have all of these designs. It's not my favorite right now because there are no previews. It's just all the same little opening an @ sign thing. That is in the pipeline to come out though, sometime this month or next month. I know that KW Tech is currently working on that. So soon you should be able to see a little preview of everything here. You'll notice you have my templates or KWRI templates. So these are just the basic ones that they've created. And it's only showing 16 out of 72 templates. So if you click load more, it's just going to keep giving you more. And this could give you ideas actually for what sort of campaigns to send out to. Here's tax day, sell ready, refinancing, protect your credit. And each of these has just kind of a, I don't know, some dummy wording in there that you can go in and change, or if you like the way that it looks, then you can just go ahead and use what they say. So in the interest of showing you that, I'm just going to go ahead and click this low budget projects one, I guess. So the editor pops up and you can see, are you looking for some fun, affordable things to do around your house? You're in luck. I've compiled a list of DIY projects, blah, blah, blah. And then there are some, and this is going to all look broken at the bottom here, right? It says agent first name, agent last name, agent designations. And you're like, what? I don't want to send this to everybody. These are called merge fields. So it'll auto populate. If you go up to this eyeball, that's a preview. So notice that it filled in my Market Center doing business as logo here. All of this looks the same. Then all of this nonsense down here was filled in with actual information about me. So me, my license number, my phone number, website. So that's obviously something I'll need to change. Download my app, and that should link just to your actual app through command. Your consumer app, I should say, through command. Here's my team logo. Williams Grand Rapids. Okay, that all looks good. And I'm on desktop view. This is mobile view or tablet view, and this is phone view. So you'll want to just double check and make sure that that looks good on all options. And now if I want to add things to this, I can. If you look over to the right-hand side, there's some widgets here. Maybe I want to drag some text over to go, see how the green line is bouncing around? That's just kind of to show me where it's going to go. So I don't want it within this image. Put it in between. It doesn't want me to. Maybe I'll just put it right there. And you'll see as I hover over things, image, table cell, agent text, image. So you can kind of see where you are, where you're dragging things around, and then it just creates the code for it. So I want to insert my text here. Oh, how do I insert my text? I just click this little pencil button. And then over here, look at these nice pavers. It's just kind of like a normal email editor over here where you could include a link. You can justify right or left. I'm sorry, justify here. Bold, italicize, underline, text color, font. How big is it going to be? All that stuff. Uh-oh, what did I just do? There we go. And then here are those merge fields I was telling you about. So if I wanted to, like down here, where it says agent first name, agent last name, agent designations, and that just autofilled. If I wanted to say like client first name, yeah, contact first name. So it's like, dear whomever, right? You can autofill with their name. So click done. Look at these nice pavers, contact first name. And that would autofill. I don't have anybody on the list right now, so it would just autofill with somebody's name. If I sent it to Aaron, it says Aaron. If I send it to, well, these are all a bunch of Aarons, Alex, it says Alex. So that's what it would look like if I sent the email to Alex. Obviously, I put that in kind of a weird spot just because I'm showing you. You would want that to look a little bit better. Like Alex, comma, look at these nice pavers. So that's how you would add text. And the rest of these are all just widgets you can add. So image, drag that over, add something like this. And again, you click edit, and then you can, this is that text for, you know, if somebody's blind and it's being read to them, it will describe it for them. Concrete walkway in grass. Width, height, border radius. So if you want to put a border around it, you can change the image. It's just, you know, I don't know, I think it's a pretty straightforward editor. Buttons you can drag over. A button right under that. And if I want to edit the button, I can change the color. Maybe I make it rounded. Whatever I want to do with that. Legal header, legal footer, listing block where you can actually pull it from a listing. So if you're advertising listings, hey, I just had this new listing go live. Check it out. And then if I edit this, I can actually select a listing, which is pretty cool. Sticking with the theme here, I'll search for that amazing listing. College. Okay, where are you? Oh, it's College Station. No, it's not popping up. Oh, there it is. Okay, so here's my listing. It just pulled it right from the MLS. I can select pictures if I would like, or the main picture that I want there. Maybe I want these doors. And then it automatically filled in the address for me and the price and the beds and baths and square footage. So that is all very nice. I can link this to my landing page that we talked about earlier when we were doing postcards. So where is it? I do wish there was a way to make these a little more organized. Oops. Whatever, I'll just pick one. So then I can also, if I want to, done. So there we go, 216 College Ave Southeast, Grand Rapids. There's the price, there's the information about it. If they click it, it will go to that landing page. So that's pretty spiffy. Event block, maybe I am hosting a client event and I want to invite everybody. Just click edit. That one's my pick listing. I don't want to. I could select a listing if I wanted. Well, I have too much stuff going on here. I need to get rid of some of these. Anyway, video, add a video, a market snap. That's again just going to automatically pull from whatever neighborhood you choose. I have a picture there, active statistics, sold statistics. This was my video that I put in there. I can upload from YouTube or from my computer. So lots of pretty user-friendly things that you can do in here just to design an email that looks decent. And again, I would click that preview button just so it doesn't look all like that. Here's my little listing I added. This is the event thing that I didn't do anything about. So there's no picture. Same thing with the neighborhood trends. I didn't pick one. Same thing with the video. But if I had all of that in there, that's what it would look like. And then again, here's what it would look like on a phone. So they adjust things. That's not side by side anymore. Obviously, that would look a little cramped on a phone. Cool, cool. So let's say this is what I want it to be. I'm going to change the name of this to dummy. It's just a dummy. And then I will click save. Oh, save and exit, I guess. So here I am, and then here's my email preview with this lovely Frankenstein together email that I just made. I want to send it to my previous clients. There's the reply to email address. The subject of it is Happy Thursday. I could change that if I wanted to. And there's the design. So now I have two options. I don't want to send this to my previous clients because they're going to say, what are you doing? I can save it as a draft. So maybe I'm short on time. I need to come back and edit it later. I can schedule it. This is a good plan for, again, if something is just listed, maybe you get this all prepared the day before or a couple days before, and then you send it out the day your listing goes live. You can just schedule that in command. So I don't know, let's say, so 2 hours from now to 12 months from now, maybe I want it to go live the 12th. So I'll just select the 12th, and you'll notice it only looks like a calendar. I have to scroll down in order to get the time. I don't know why 1:36 p.m. is what they're thinking we should do here. Let's say 3 o'clock. Oops. What did I do there? 3:30. Apply date and time. Okay, now it's March 10th at 3:30, and I can schedule that. I will click that just so you can see. Now, test run is listed as scheduled. I click on these dots. I can reschedule it, cancel it, or duplicate it. Oops. Reschedule, I just change this. I'm going to cancel it because I don't actually want to send that. My only other option that I had there was to send immediately, which I obviously did not want to do. So I just kind of piecemealed that together. Actually, I'm not going to cancel this yet in case you have questions and want me to go through something. So that leads me to my next question, which is what questions do you have? Any questions about maybe not email specifically, but did you think of anything regarding direct mail or campaigns in general that you have questions about? 'Cause this is about it for me. Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much for watching. As always, just reach out, let me know if you have any questions or think of anything, and we will catch you next time. Have a good day.